morning. Giddy up, giddy up. Whoa. Alberta roads. Freaking in a rodeo. We are on Highway 9, eastbound. 15 kilometers from our turnoff to the north into Drumheller, Alberta. So Google Drumheller, Alberta. We are 15 kilometers west of that, headed towards eastbound. Last time we came through here, they were seeding all these fields. This time, a lot of the fields are nice and green. You'll notice a lot of fields, though, are not nice and green. They're just dead. Whatever's growing there is growing there. They haven't planted anything there. They do that a lot more in Saskatchewan, Montana. There's places where they don't get a lot of rain. So they leave a field completely empty, don't plant anything on it for a whole year, and then it absorbs all the moisture from that year in the ground and doesn't get used up into the plants. So they alternate every year. They switch. They only plant a field every 2 years because there's a lot more moisture in the ground that way. They also often seed what they call like natural fertilizer. They seed a field with something that they're just going to cultivate right over. But that's really good for the ground. It makes really good fertilizer if you grow it in there, and then it doesn't use a lot of moisture, but it gives the ground a better, I guess, pH balance and all that stuff. I'm not a farmer. I'm no expert on farming. No expert on trucking either. Still a rookie. Got a couple more months as rookie status. For the company I work for, you're a rookie for 2 years. If you're a green driver coming in, you're considered a rookie for 2 years. And not to brag, okay, maybe to brag a bit. I think I'm a better driver than people that have been driving for 10 years. Some. There's some awesome drivers out there. There are some drivers that, maybe that's the problem. They've been driving for 10, 20 years and they've picked up too many bad habits. Huh, no helmet. No helmet. His helmet was hanging on his handlebar. sun is kind of going away in the clouds. I can take my sunglasses off. Keep my eyes, I've never driven this highway, the big rig before, but I keep my eyes out for card locks, Petropass, and stuff like that. I didn't need to fuel up in Airdrie. Probably had enough fuel to make it to Saskatoon, but I didn't want to risk it and all of a sudden get low on fuel and then there'd be nowhere to fuel up along the way. I mean, I could do a lot of Googling and searching. It's hard to find card locks. There's no easy app that just gives you where the card locks are. If anyone has an easy app that tells you where all the card locks are, let me know. Because I've got a bunch of apps for different companies. Some of them are decent, some are not. I also use TruckerPath. TruckerPath is a really good app for truck stops and rest areas and stuff like that. Scales and inspect brakes. Okay. Gotta do brake check. Wasn't expecting that in the prairies. Brake check, load secure done. Always do a load secure every time you stop. Every single time you stop. Just go check your load. What percentage of grade is this? I'm not sure if that last sign said what grade it was. %? Yeah, I'll pick a lower gear. 2 kilometers of it? Let's pick a lower gear. .55 around the corners. Okay, let's pick an even lower gear. Let's go to 11th. It's kind of beautiful, isn't it? Truck emergency escape in 1 kilometer. Runaway lane? Okay, I don't need to be that low gear after all. Let's go to 12th. Drumheller is known for kind of like the Canadian Badlands and dinosaurs. Lots of dinosaur fossils here. Lots of fossils. Full skeleton, full dinosaur skeleton. avoid engine brakes and as if. You want me to come down this? I'll be using the emergency escape road or ramp. It says on the emergency escape ramp. I'll be using that if I don't want to use engine brakes. If you're light and not loaded, fine. But a Super B fully loaded, I'm using engine brakes. There's a big dinosaur on the welcome to Drumheller sign. That wasn't bad at all. Could have easily come down there a little quicker. I didn't know. Jurassic Hotel. Oh yeah, there's gonna be everything named after dinosaurs, huh? Badlands Historical Center. Oh, is that an Esso card lock? I know, I'm excited about the Esso card lock. Nah, it's not a card lock. Nope. Oh, there might be. No, there's tanks in the back, but I think it's just for this gas station. Oh, I want to be in a lane over, I see.
Turn left at the traffic light.
I see. Enjoying the views too much and didn't realize we had a turn. Yes, I know we're supposed to be in the left lane.
Right on Highway 90 East.
And no, truckers don't have to do that. That only applies to four-wheelers. So the rule of thumb is, I probably could have made it stayed in that left lane, but I would have to come into this right lane a little way. So the rule of thumb is if you need the second lane to make the turn, you're allowed to stay in that lane.
In 400 meters, be in the right lane, then turn right on Highway 90 East.
Basically, you're blocking that lane already anyway, and if you need to be on that side of the road anyway, further down the road, you're allowed to stay in that lane. So it's my choice to pick the right or left lane if I needed both of the lanes to make the turn in the first place.
Turn right on Highway 90 East.
Downtown, next right. Yeah, we gotta come down here and check out the dinosaur museum sometime. I see it says exit only up ahead. So we're gonna have to get into the left lane again, I believe. Tyrrell Museum. Is that the big dinosaur museum? I guess if we stopped at the visitor info here, we would know. Holy smokes, that's a big dinosaur in the background there. It's got to be 4 stories high. Don't think you guys could see that, but there was a big dinosaur in the background. Sign says Highway 9 east this side, so we'll go over here. And then it says right lane must exit. Funny signs. Funny signs. Leaving Drumheller. Yeah, we gotta come down here on a vacation sometime and spend a few days here. So many places I want to do that with. Really cool to explore the Badlands, go down the valley. Badlands and back into the prairies. Be kidding me. It's plus 15 out here and my engine's starting to get warm. I think we can make it to the top before it overheats, but it's definitely getting warm. That was kind of beautiful. I enjoyed that. to the customer, and he said, so we're 2 weeks in the past for you guys. He just goes, call me first thing tomorrow morning. It's Father's Day, and I'll see if I can get away, and I'll unload you tomorrow. And I'm like, nah, there's no point of unloading me tomorrow. I'm stuck here for the weekend anyway. I can't move. I'm not going to get a dispatch until later on Monday. There's no reason to not enjoy your Father's Day weekend. There's no advantage to me as a driver if he unloads me early. So unless you guys are in desperate need to get it there early, don't bother unloading me until Monday. And he goes, okay, we'll see you Monday morning at 7. So if I did have a dispatch, I would have definitely taken them up on the off to unload tonight or tomorrow morning. But I don't have a dispatch. I don't win anything out of this. I just drive there. I'll park at the Flying J, take a walk to the destination, kind of scope it out. If I can park there instead of parking at the Flying J, I might just do that. And then untarp my trailers there tomorrow evening or something. Untarp, unstrap. That way in the morning when he gets in, we can just unload me. He told me to go into the north end of the yard, so Flying J is like a block away, so I'll park at the Flying J if there's room. And then take a walk and explore. Last time I checked Trucker Path, there was still room at the truck stop, but is there room for a Super B? It's like, there's some spaces open, yeah, but are the spaces available for a Super B to get in? It's like, you have to back in and it's tight for a single trailer to back in. It's like, that's not going to work. If I have to back in and there's room for me to back in, I need a lot more room than a single trailer. Great. I have no problem backing into a tight spot. GPS says there's a scale 7 kilometers ahead of us. I predict that's going to be closed. Don't think I need Trucker Path to tell me that's closed. My GPS, we're turning in 7 kilometers too, so the scale will be just before we have to turn. It is beautiful out here, isn't it? Flat land, wide open, land of the sky. Sky country. There we go. I've seen that sign in some places, sky country. Where the horizon doesn't disappear because of a hill or a mountain, it disappears because of the curvature of the earth. enough east that I can't see a single mountain. Just this, all directions. 360 all around us looks exactly like this. Just keeps going. There's one of those way in motion. Maybe it's not a way in motion, just a sensor on top. No flashing lights. So it's closed. Every now and then those flashing lights are so dim that you're not sure. It's like, are those flashing? Yeah, I think those are flashing. It's like they need to make them bright. That's why I prefer the signs we have in BC and Washington and a lot of other places. It's just a sign that says open or closed, and bright lights so you know it's open or closed. See, we have a stop ahead. Saskatchewan, that direction. Okay, that's where we're going. Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Intersection. What makes you so important, Mr. Intersection? You're that much specialer than other intersections?
Be in the right lane.
Be a major crossroads. Glad you're important. Hey, we don't have to stop.
Continue on the road.
We're back eastbound. Yeah, going through Drumheller, that was northbound, and now we're back eastbound. Left-hand side there in that pen. Oh, not buffalo, bison. Correct myself, those are not buffalo, those are bison. No such thing as buffalo in North America, unless they're in a zoo. Now I want a good bison burger. Bison out to the right hand side, way in the background on the field. free ranging out there. I'm not sure why those on the left were in a pen. Got some cattle over here on the right. Ooh, an abandoned house I want to explore. It's always something intriguing about abandoned houses to go explore the inside. Sun off the window, reflection. Saskatchewan. Checking their maps, making sure they're headed the right direction. Want to get home, but is this road the right road? Bit of like a hill ridge over there on the right hand side. Maybe they call it a mountain. Well, Alberta has real mountains, so in Manitoba that'd probably be called a mountain. Not probably, it would be. Wonder if it's like part of a lava flow or something like that. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. And Also, don't forget, I always have a giveaway going. By the time you guys get this video, I will have given away our last giveaway, which is a Sutco hat. I'll give that away next weekend I'm home, so for you guys probably a week ago. And if you guys say giveaway in the comments, I'll put you guys on a list for a future giveaway. Well, I don't know what it is yet, but there will be a future giveaway. I'll see if I can get some more Sutco swag. Oh, that was a surprising bump. So thanks for watching. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys on Monday. I'll take tomorrow off, one day off. One day just to relax. I'll try to get like laundry and stuff like that done today. We'll see. Maybe I'll go shopping tomorrow. I don't know. There's all I really have to do is laundry and shopping. So other than that, I'm just going to relax. Maybe there's a good park to go for a walk. Who knows? If the mosquitoes don't eat me alive here. If there's lots of mosquitoes, I'll be spending the time in my truck or inside a Flying J on my laptop. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, thank you guys. I really appreciate all the comments. I read every single one. I try to read it every day. The last couple of days, haven't had cell service, so sometimes I'm a few days behind, but I read every comment. Try to comment back on as many of them as I can. You guys rock. Siebold. Still on Highway 9 eastbound. Still in Alberta. In fact, Highway 9 ends at the Saskatchewan border and becomes Highway 7. We've been driving for 5 hours now. Got another 3 hours, a little over 3 hours to go. Making decent time. Alsask, 13 kilometers. Alsask. What a funny name. Alberta, Saskatchewan? Alsask? So, you build a town on the border of Alberta and Saskatchewan and can't think of a name what to call it, so let's just call it Alsask. So original. Very creative, very creative. At least I'm assuming that's what that means. It's got to be on the Alberta-Saskatchewan border, right? Why else would you name a town Alsask? We'll find out. That's 13 kilometers, so it's not that far away. The border's probably about that far away. My GPS just said state border ahead. It doesn't say how far away though. It's not really a state border, it's a provincial border, but oh no, it says 7.6 kilometers. That's at 13 kilometers, so Alsace is in Saskatchewan. Maybe the city center is Saskatchewan. I don't know. I need to Google it. I don't think it'd be a very good idea for me to Google it right now. Just a 2-lane highway, alternating traffic. But it's a pretty wide highway, nice sized shoulder. Saturday, so there's not much traffic. I don't know how much traffic there is during the week, but I've had no issues of people being stuck behind me or me being stuck behind other people. Just nice and easy cruising. Little underpass for cattle. Yeah, most of the fields here are just grazing land. See lots of cattle spread out all over the place. That dome has got to be for aircraft, I'm assuming. Aircraft radar or something. Don't know why else there would be a dome like that here. Bit on top of a hill. It's got to be a radar. Saskatchewan, naturally. So that roadway there must be the border. Alsace, 1 kilometer. So Alsace is in Saskatchewan. also space there for truck parking. That's one thing in the prairies. There's usually space for truck parking in the middle of nowhere. Not so much in the cities, but in the middle of nowhere, there's always yards that have lots of room to park a truck at. Notice the sign here in Saskatchewan says slow to 60 for tow trucks and emergency vehicles. In BC it says slow or pull over, or change lanes, something like that anyway. I can't remember exactly. Basically, you have to give them, if you want to maintain your speed, you have to have a whole lane between you and the emergency vehicle. Saskatchewan looks just like Alberta. Funny that. Roads aren't better or worse, both the same. It's starting to look a little stormy to the north of us. Actual railroad still. Most of these have been removed. You can still tell where the crossings were, but most of them have been removed, but that one still looked like an active railroad. Fairly windy out here. Kind of driving into the wind. It's coming from the north, but northeast. It's coming out of the northeast. Is that right? I guess it's mostly a side wind. Ah, there's some ribbons. That's hitting us directly from the side right now, so yeah. It's coming straight out of the north. Wow. So, first time I've heard that anyone on the radio today. Hey, look, there's a porta potty in the middle of nowhere. What? I've seen those X's with the ribbons on the side of the road. I wonder if they're going to be doing some construction here. The porta potty is for the construction crew. So if the wind is coming straight out of the north and it's starting to look stormy on the north, that storm's coming this way then. If the ground winds are the same direction as the higher up winds. swampy area. Is that a bicycle? Couple of bicycles. With the wind on the side. Oh yeah. I'm glad I gave them room because they both got sucked into the roadway. Because it's really windy coming out from our left-hand side. Yes, left-hand side, north side. And plus all the turbulence. Like my load is very turbulent. Oh, it's starting to get some drizzle here. That combined makes it very rough air right beside me and behind me. So definitely glad I gave those bikers room, because if I'd been even closer, that could have been very dangerous for them. Like, especially the one bike did a huge swerve just trying to recover from that blast of no air and then lots of air. Oh, they're biking into the rain. That's not good. Hopefully they got rain gear. It's starting to drizzle a little harder. I did say I don't mind a thunderstorm for the weekend. I may regret it because I would like a little bit of open, bright sunlight tomorrow to untarp. I think it's actually raining now. It's not even a drizzle anymore. I'm sure there's going to be construction on this highway. With this many porta potties along the highway, I'm thinking there'll be construction. Man, that wind is getting so strong that my tarp is starting to balloon out on the passenger side. So much so that my mirror has now become useless on the passenger side. Driver's side's nice and sucked in now. I have it bungeed down real nice and tight too, so I think the fact is it's such a huge load. There's so much of the tarp that's not bungeed because it's a tall load. Once again, right to our legal max in height type of load. Guess we just drove right through it. It's starting to clear up on this side. I don't know, I always enjoy driving new highways. It's always so much to see. Well, to be fair, it all looks pretty identical up here. But still, it's kind of fun driving new highways, new scenery. You never know when you'll go find a surprise. We have, especially on vacations, we just drive and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, what is this? We're stopping here. I love our unplanned vacations because you can run into some pretty cool surprise scenery. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. You guys are probably bored of this landscape. I'm still finding it enjoyable. Viva Saskatoon! See you guys on Monday.